strips or pliers, the pliers for a wrench for a hammer, hammers everything else. It just don't seem to make much difference. I sure do like him, but it's hard.
So I bought these tickets for me and Prue and the baby, and I said, okay, I got these 3 tickets, and then my in-laws coming to town for the frack show for outside. And so I'm like, well, hell, we need to use these. And so I call you, and I figured, hell, what's more funny than 2 grown-ass men with no kids?
I was actually pretty pumped up about it. I was really pumped. And then I asked one of my coworkers, who's a Chinese lady, Chung Chung, I asked her to come with me, and she's like, oh, what is Monster Jam? And I was like, don't worry about it. It's going to be a fun time. And then the day of, it was like rainy. And she's like, where's the parking at the Monster Jam? And I was like, look, it's inside the arena. Don't worry. But she wasn't cool with walking in the rain to go watch I don't think she knew it was monster trucks, but she wasn't cool with walking in the rain. So the rain,
the Monster Jam. So I buy these tickets, and I was like, so I had these 3 tickets, and I'm just like, all right, here's the deal. Lloyd's in. Let's find one other person. Well, as you were asking Chung Chung, and I had emailed a buddy of mine, he's like, I'm in. Well, now I've got 4 tickets, and
wait, you bought another ticket? No, you didn't.
Oh, seriously, bro. So I had 3, and then I felt bad because I'm like, well, you can't uninvite the dude you just invited, and I don't want to uninvite y'all. Oh, and so I took the 3 tickets, tried to resell them online, and then bought 4 tickets. And so
you were scalping Monster Jam tickets
that I was gonna be like, just make good use of it. Yeah, we ended up, I was like, $400 of those. I was just like, that bastard. I'm like, so the great thing about Lloyd was like, he's like, what are you, 7? I'm in.
Yeah. What are you 12?
He's like, I'm in. I was like, oh, this would be a good day. It's gonna be fun.
No, it would have been fun. We would have had some good stories, and now we don't, because I was stranded at my apartment with no vehicle, no car. So that was good. And I jokingly told Chung Chung, hey, thanks for standing me up for the monster trucks, leaving me stranded at my apartment all weekend. But I wasn't kidding, Chung Chung. Thanks a lot. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks a lot, Chung Chung.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No, funny. I was just in Colorado, and I was thinking about the podcast a lot.
Wait a second, just in Colorado, just like last week?
Yeah, actually, my grandmother turned 90, and I tripped out there on Saturday.
Where does your grandma live?
She's Aurora, Colorado. Happy birthday, Rosemary. We love you.
Happy birthday, Rosemary.
So it was the sweetest thing. So went out Friday, immediately met up with an old friend of mine and just got wasted.
Mm-hmm.
And then and so while I was there, I was like, well, Todd, have you listened to the podcast? And he's like, I did, on my soul crushing drive to work every day.
Yeah, and so now I have podcast. No more soul, and I'm thinking about suicide. No, I'm kidding.
Whatever was left over on that.
Will to live.
We haven't driven off everybody here. Well, we didn't use the PA.
We haven't lost anybody yet. There's people.
So we're gaining people.
Oh!
Look. Oh, it's that famous guy.
There's a famous guy here. Hey,
there's some famous guy. Oh, he's like, wait a minute, I'm closing a deal.
He's busy. He's waving at us. I don't know what he's doing.
He's trying to get a larger supply. He's ordering a larger supply of red camouflage T-shirts that
it's pink.
Oh, it is pink.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with it. It looks like he's trying to be incognito, like somewhere with a bunch of weird people, because it's got. So I don't know I don't know if it's a golf shirt or if it's a.
I don't know where he's golfing.
Shirt. It's a gambling shirt. I asked him if
it kind of looks like a gambling shirt.
It does. Because it's got a spade on it.
Oh,
but then it's also got a golf flag, and it's pink camo. Anyway, Matt's very fashionable.
He's very versatile. He could wear it like wherever he wants to.
I mean, I wouldn't wear that shirt. So I mean, it speaks a lot to his confidence that he would actually, put that on.
I just called him because I was having a mini sound panic attack and heard that brilliant deep voice, like, this is Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
This is Matt
Hill. No, we love Matt.
This is Matt.
Matt's fantastic.
I would fuck me.
Yeah, he would absolutely.
Thank you, Nightfire, for our sponsors.
Yeah, Nightfire, our sponsors, Nightfire, and then we got Calibri. Calibri's still hanging in there. Nobody's asked us to cancel their sponsorship yet.
That's true. That is true.
U.S. Oil Chem. Thank you to Matt Block with U.S. Oil Chem.
Yep.
We don't know if we're gonna have a guest today or not. We had somebody.
I know. So we must have scared him off.
I think so. I mean, to be honest, the field guys and stuff that we talk to that I've been trying to recruit, and I have a few guys that I don't even know that I'm trying to recruit, just so we got some legit field guys to come tell stories. they get a little nervous because we have like 5 or 10 listeners,
right,
and you're in front of a microphone, and just the camera, it makes people nervous. So it's we don't know what's going to happen today. We may end up interviewing Matt. We may interview nobody. We may just keep talking about monster trucks.
We've got all kinds of stuff. We're here at the Hydraulic Fracturing Show,
Technical Conference,
in
HFTC
in the Woodlands, Texas, and we're at Baker Street Pub. If you've ever been to Baker Street,
it's a nice place.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
And what they're most known for, in addition to the great staff and the great drinks, thank you guys for having us out here.
Yeah, thank you.
Is find the bathroom when you get here. You'll be surprised. It's very Harry Potter,
very
secret door.
Very mafiose.
It's very cool. That's like I went
in the
like
book
5 times just
Should
because
I
I
tell?
just went, yeah, you can tell me.
It's in the bookcase. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Black it out. Spoiler alert. It's in the bookcase.
It's in the bookcase.
Back in the corner.
Now, we won't tell you which bookcase, but you can figure that out.
You just walk around pulling on the books and you'll figure it out.
This isn't easier. Have you heard of this? So I was talking to Prue the other day, and she's telling me about this aging disease in
what?
Overseas. It's the disease. It's like a disease in China, and no, this one is like it's this rapid aging. And the best way I heard it described was like that scene on Indiana Jones, the third one, where he's like, you chose poorly, and it's like, like that's supposedly what's happening. Now, I don't know if you saw that on your source. I'm just trying to do some fact checking.
I have not heard of this at all.
But I'd be interested. I'd be interested in seeing.
I mean, I'll look into it. But you're talking about like Benjamin,
story,
like Benjamin Button stuff. Huh?
Yeah, but the other way, just like
rapid aging. How does that happen?
I don't know. I have no idea. But apparently,
I'll tell you what'll age you rapidly is to get married and have kids. So
I'd say
that's probably what's going on in Asia. They're getting married and having lots of kids.
Yeah, that's why
we're at the HFTC. I've been working the booth all day. It's a good conference this year.
It's oil's back, and I think it's in this frac show. There's people I've never met before, and then all the usuals are here.
Yeah, I saw everybody today. Everybody that I usually see, and I was glad to see all the service companies are there.
Yep.
Most of them.
Yep.
Most everybody. And it's a great turnout today. I'm really happy to see it. Last year was a little lackluster.
It was.
This year it's been really good.
We had fun. We started, I always tell people, the trade show floor of this thing is really good, but I tell you what, that hotel bar is actually where I meet everybody. And so last night we had a pretty fun time. We met kind of rekindled some old relationships with people we hadn't seen in a while. And it was about 2 a.m, and I got this look from my bride who said, "It's time.
Time for what? To go home.
It's time
to go."
I was like, "What happened? Did I embarrass myself?" She's like, "Well, you were getting a little animated."
Here he comes.
Speaking of which, come on in here. Get in here. Get in. You might remember us from my backyard a few months ago.
My backyard. That's a whole show.
That's the new title of the podcast.
This guy is really
my
sweaty.
backyard.
Have you
ever noticed how much this guy sweats?
I like your little hat.
Fuck off.
Hey, not as much as you like this shirt. Give him a
That's
give
what
him a look.
that's what all the girls tell me.
Look at that.
Oh yeah,
Free
yeah.
drinks tonight, boys.
If I had
for
this
some
hat
people-
and
some
that
people
shirt,
buy you a lot of drinks.
I'm locking it down. I'm locking it down.
You know,
Who you want to talk about the logo?
Whenever I was,
Changing it for you.
I've already come over like 50 logos.
I know.
I was texting him all
I get
of them.
random logos.
In the middle of the night, I'm like making logos for your podcast because I feel sorry for you. Just like when I said
everything is like very on the nose. It's like, here's the microphone with the words oil and gas.
Everybody watching this, all 3 of you guys in Pakistan, I want you to understand something. I was in their backyard a couple of months ago promoting them because I love them, but feel sorry for them.
He is our sensei.
I said, man, you guys are so awesome. You guys should start your own podcast. I didn't mean it.
We didn't go through the training. You didn't train us up right.
It didn't take much.
Like, oh, validation from him counts. Something's wrong. You're broken if you took my validation and getting this going.
That was the tipping point. That was the tipping point
about it for a while. And so then we we talked about it, and then we met with you and we did it. And I can't tell if I'm being picked up or not. Am I getting picked up?
No,
Yeah, you're getting picked up. Oh, here you
So
go.
we did it so we went to the backyard there and we did it, and it was fun. And we enjoyed it, and it was just as easy as we thought it would be. And so
Let's plug in a third. I got a third one. You want a third one?
I made it fun.
All right. I just bought that third one. Well, with that amp, it was the amp.
Well, all right, let's plug it in then.
Here, give me a second. Let's plug it in.
Okay, I guess we're going to transition.
It doesn't matter. We just cut everything out anyway, so don't worry about it.
Anything that I say is going to be cut out. All right, sit down while he's gone. Let's talk about him.
Let's talk about him. So he's really sweaty. He's a really sweaty guy.
I notice when I hold his hand, it's moist
and soft.
Like, has he ever worked a day in his life?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he's ever swung a sledgehammer.
No, he's got ideas.
He's an ideas guy.
I don't know if they're right, but he's got ideas.
He works hard. He's been working hard for the podcast. He's done he bought all this equipment.
Yeah.
He figured out how to run it. He did the logo, and I'm just the talent. That's it. I'm just talent.
That's right.
Oil and gaslighting.
So I bought all this shit. And then I go to talk to Matt today. He's like, yeah, you don't need all that shit anymore.
Yeah, this guy tells us what all we need for our podcast because he's our resident expert. We got all the right stuff. It sounds good.
You got cloud lifters. You got microphones.
Yeah,
right. Cloud lifters.
It's great. It sounds great. It did really good. So then Matt shows up today and he's got like 2 little furry microphones
and no wires.
And he's got his cell phone and this.
And they sound better than all of this.
Yeah, they do. And he's got them hooked up to to his cell phone camera. So the guy doesn't. I mean,
2 big guys and a cowboy.
He's got. So Matt's got like 2 mics and a camera and this pole that gets really long the more you pull on it.
Yeah. There we go. Start holding him.
See, Matt he's really like. He's broke my I held him up on his pedestal and I was just like I copied his box.
You can't hold me.
I copied
he copied his box like religion.
I roll around and then he shows up with just this kind of furry little microphone.
We do. So I got to tell everybody what I recommended to you with your furry microphone.
I think that's
I want to share that story. Yeah. So show him the microphone, like shake it out or something. So see that little furry microphone that Matt shows up at the conference today.
So what I told them was wrong. If you are planning on starting your own oil and gas podcast, just go out and get the Rode Wireless Go 2. They might make a 3 by the time you see this. But I mean,
they most likely will, because if you buy one, there's going to be a brand new one that you don't need.
Value, will be way better than anything I do or they do by then.
Exactly.
The Wireless Go has all the tools you need to start your own podcast, because all you need now are these amazing phones we have, iPhones, Android, whatever platform, and it'll be one wire from the brain of it, and then it comes with 2 microphones. Or
you're getting way too deep in the technical stuff. So anyway, it's a furry microphone. It's a furry mic. So I mean, it's furry. This is furry. And so what I told him was that he needs to walk around in a lion costume and wear that as the tip of his lion tail. And then when he goes up to interview people, he just grabs his lion tail and he's like, "Hey, talking to my furry tail," right? So like pretend it's the furry tail talking to my.
Hello.
I would love that. Yeah, just slowly pull it away.
We might have lost our 3 Pakistani viewers right now.
I want to talk to this guy that I barely know.
I'm talking to his tail.
Do this.
Oh, it would be so funny. I think it would be fantastic. I want to go to like a Comic-Con concert or something and dress up in a lion outfit and just do that. Walk around with a mic.
Definitely going to Comic-Con.
Yeah, that would be so fantastic.
I really appreciate coming to Houston. Every booth I've went to, I walk up with my camera and my microphones, and they come over to me, and I'm like, do you ever want to talk about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Every time they're like, as I start my podcast or asking my questions, they're like,
wait a minute.
What?
I have been tricked.
This is how you little devils.
Yeah. Well, and I tell you what, that Matt's actually got a press pass to the.
You got a press pass?
Yeah,
bastard.
Well,
I write a column for American Oil and Gas Report. I didn't get a press pass.
That's because you're not.
Okay, now I know. That's a big shout out to Charlie Cookson, by the way. He's done a lot of great stuff.
Hey, Charlie came by today and he's like, "Hey, Lloyd, you're a famous guy. I saw you on the YouTubes." And I was like, "Hey, I got my own Spotify channel." Yeah.
The great thing about Charlie was 2 minutes before he did that to Lloyd, he's like, "What the fuck's that guy's name again?" I was like, Lloyd Fussel.
Yeah.
For Jera.
Yeah. He comes over. He's like, "Hey, I know you. You're famous." And I'm like, "No, I'm not really famous."
Anybody now can have your own channel. The platforms are free. Go out and do this.
True. Yeah.
No. I tell you what, it's funny because there's a guy I used to love. I still love him. His name is Fat Cat Newton. You ever heard of Fat Cat Newton? Fat Cat Newton is a fishing guy, but he weighs like 500, or he used to weigh like 500 pounds. He's been on a diet. It's a long story.
He's now Slim Cat.
But one of the funniest things. One of the funniest things he ever did was he did this one video where he was talking. It's called 10-pound hook set, change your life, or something like that. And he's practicing with his fishing rod. But the funniest thing is whenever he's done with like the whole skit, he's like, "They gave me my own YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel." Yeah, go ahead,
Matt. You need a drink.
Oh, I thought she was saying wrap it up. We've had enough.
That's coming. That's coming.
Giving us another round. But you guys have never heard of Fat Cat Newton?
No, but I'm definitely check it out.
No, dude, he's funny, man. What are you drinking?
Soda water and lime. That's what I trickle my friends in. Like anybody that's watching this now knows that I drink.
Add a little alcohol too.
I'm just naturally like. Yeah,
hey,
so healthy.
What do you think of his shirt?
That's not good. That's bad.
Does that look like something that a heterosexual man would wear?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with not being a heterosexual man.
Exactly.
Gotta be proud, man.
From words of wisdom from our
like, I'm not
waitress.
hating. There's nothing. We're open to all types, shapes, and sizes at this establishment.
All I did was just get validated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I wouldn't wear it. So
yeah,
it's a.
I
was
just getting dressed this morning, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I said, "Would Lloyd wear this?" And then then once I realized, I said,
"Lloyd probably couldn't wear it. It was probably 3 sizes too small."
I've chosen correctly.
What?
Anytime I wear something that a teenager tells me, I'm like, "You should not wear that." I'm like, "I've chosen the right thing."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, here he goes.
There it is.
Yeah. Poor Jeremy.
Hey, rodeo ended, and I wasn't quite done yet.
So
So
is this episode 5?
No, it's 3.
feels like five, but
This is
it's
actually
3.
4, but 3 was unusable.
Yeah, actually, Bart French has joined us too. Bart,
Hey, Bart.
we apologize. We are going to get you and Freddie back on and actually make it more legitimate. We had some severe technical difficulties, so we're going to have
Yeah,
you back. But
we had
Bart's a
so
good
much-
old guy that I've known forever, and actually, he's got some really good content, but our technical stuff went out because I'm just learning.
Does Bart really have anything to contribute?
Yeah,
You're right.
Bart does.
Here's what we should.
I'll vouch for Bart.
Here's what I told Jeremy we should do. I told him
Send a letter.
with your best stuff, and then we'll make it funny. No, I told Jeremy that what we should do is like that. Last time I mentioned the video game show that I liked.
Oh yeah,
the video game review show.
Yeah,
and it's a hysterical show because it's not really about video game reviews. It's a skit show, right? And what they would always do is they always said they were going to review NHL hits before the end of the show. They never, in like 15 episodes, they never reviewed that game, right? They never got to it. And so I told him that's what our podcast should be. We should never get to the guest. Like, we've got a guest online. He's going to be really great. And then we never talk to him.
And we're like big guests, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the CEO of Phillips. Yeah.
Chris Wright is in the
Beyond, short.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear what he has to say.
And then as soon as we're like, we'd like to introduce Chris Wright, and then the music comes up. It's like, oh, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Chris decided he did not want to have that broadcast. So, but
waiting.
Yeah, I think it would be fun, right? That would be fun.
We can do that.
We're not serious, Bart. We're gonna have you on, but
No, we will.
He'll come on and talk about. He calls Joe Biden Slow Joe now.
Slow Joe. Does he really?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate to see Harold like a lot of speaking engagements lately. From the city, he's making the rounds. For a good point. First of all, he took Continental Resources private, and now everybody's back to good old days Oklahoma City. Like all the engineers are out hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out,
telling everybody how it is.
Yep.
And able to say, Joe Biden is Slow Joe.
Yeah, he is slow. I mean, it's right. It's accurate.
It's actually technically accurate. Yeah.
Take your companies back private, and we don't need any outside funding. And
yeah.
So East Coast, West Coast, private Ivy League investors.
I don't know if anyone saw it. Did you see my post I did the other day about the investment thing? Fuck, that's fucking hurts. That hurts.
All right, we got to figure out.
So true. It stung a little because he wasn't even kidding.
He had that one loaded. That was loaded. So
did you see it?
So no, I didn't.
I quit. Anyway,
so this is great because what you guys just did is now I have to add that fucking disclaimer at the beginning thing about forward thinking thoughts. Do not invest on the thoughts of
no,
Matt
absolutely
and
don't.
Lloyd.
Yeah, don't use
We have
my
to, like
don't
this
use
is
my advice.
we're just talking. This is not a like now the lawyers are.
Here's what
everything I talk about should be written down as law.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's my point. So last week,
good point though.
Last week I went and looked at an asset. I'm not going to say exactly what asset it is because I'm thinking about investing in one. It was built in 1965. It's worth $1.2 million. All right, and it still can generate revenue.
Space shuttle?
No. Well, I'll tell you, it's
my
a
recording
generator.
equipment.
I won't get into great details, but it's a generator.
Okay.
It's worth $1.2 million today. It can generate 3 megawatts of energy. It was built in 1965. It was sold in 1965 for around $350,000.
All right.
So that piece of equipment that was sold for $350 in 1965 is worth $1.2 million now and can still generate revenue. If I had $1 that I had saved in 1965, it would be worth 11 cents.
All right, fair enough.
So I haven't done it yet because I don't have $1.2 million, but I'm going to. But
we'll all pitch in for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my post was about.
Be down for 10.
So if anybody saw my post, it's not about this specific generator, all right? And I've got a whole different plan, but it revolves around the same concept where an asset retains its value.
By the way,
I will.
Okay.
But my point is that assets retain their value.
We're going to take a portion of that sponsorship plug.
But so like say you're buying anything, as long as it's got a longer life than like 2 years or something, it's going to retain its value. It's like buying gold or bricks, except these assets actually generate revenue. And so they're worth even more than gold because they're productive.
Bullets. That's what I've been.
Bullets are good.
I buy freedom seeds all the time and hold on to them.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah. I plan on planting freedom seeds anywhere I need to, but in the meantime, I have them. They're
you guys see that?
They're what do they call it? Some of the older ones, are heritage.
Oh, they're
heritage bullets.
Well, heritage freedom seeds like 36.
Yeah.
Muskets,
all these,
black powder.
I don't need all these like blackout Creedmoor yada yada yada. Like a 30-06, heritage freedom seed guy.
We were still trying to. I mean, the investment approach was great, but I was just like, wait, man, we got to spice this up a bit.
No, you don't understand how pointy that is because I'm going to make a lot of money and I want people to join me. Join me. Let's make money.
I'm join.
Hey, it's not even got anything to do with them. No,
I know.
No, it's an individual. It's a private thing.
Abby, thank you.
I'm definitely going to do that.
It is Abby. I want to make sure I'm saying that right.
Thanks, Abby.
You're immortalized now, so we got to make sure that I'm getting it right.
Hey.
There's Tom Burgart. It's Tom Burgart with Fenoric.
Hey, we got one fan.
So we went from 0 fans to one fan. Actually, wait a minute. Look, we got my super hot wife is over here.
Yeah, but she definitely is not a fan. She does not approve. She does not approve.
I look over there and I'm like, she's like looking at you like a tigress looking at a piece of meat.
Well, that's the podcast. That's the part of the fame. It's like,
yeah, the girls they really dig it.
Looking at you like 7 or 8 times now.
Yep.
Hey, honey, I like it when you flip your hair.
So I did at the conference today. Have like 3 different people. They're like, "Hey, I saw you. You're doing a podcast," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." And it's getting worse every time we do it.
That's true. Every single time. I love that. So I go up to the Jared booth. Today, and I'm talking to a good old friend of mine, Steve Loving, who's been around for a while. We love you, Steve. And I walk up. I was like, "Steve, how you doing?" He's like, "Jeremy, I listened to that podcast." He's like, "Episode 1 was good." And he's like, "And I know that was your friend on episode 2, but I just didn't care for him." And I was like, "Stuart."
Yes. What I would say to anybody is if they watch that episode, if you can make it into 15 or 20 minutes, then the rest of the show was not like that. It was just chatting like we like to do. So no offense to Stuart at all. I love Stuart. Stuart did a great job. We appreciate
That's what I had told my wife. I said, if you can make it 15 or 20 minutes, you're gonna trust me. You're gonna enjoy this.
We've been hating on Stuart.
It is kind of fascinating about the podcast thing, and you had mentioned this a little bit too. The more people I talk to, it's just like we got a couple episodes out. We're on all the usual podcast channels now, and that's awesome. But you meet people, and they're like, "Hey, I want to be on this."
Yes, they
Because
do.
nobody wants to start one. But my God, everybody wants to be on, and we love it. We love y'all, so please keep coming. But but man, it's been fascinating for me. They all want to come in and chat. Yeah, no, it's we
we'll talk about anything, and a lot of the stuff we talk about gets cut out.
Oh,
Like I told a really good air fryer joke last time, and he cut it out, and it hurt my
no,
feelings.
that was part of the
I do appreciate that you edit all his jokes out. Thank God.
It hurt my feelings.
You're doing a great job.
I'm gonna do it again. I got an air fryer.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Did you just order? Thank you, Abby. That's awesome.
I'm not eating
Now we've got nachos.
Did you do that for us?
How
where
where
are we supposed to
Where
put
did we get nachos?
those?
Oh, thank
I'll just put them
Hey,
over
hey,
here. Do you want them?
Hey,
Are they
hey,
yours?
all right, hold on.
Baker Street Pub nachos are the best nachos.
Anyway, I don't appreciate you guys.
Hey,
what I said about
we
the
do-
air fryer. The grease never gets hot. Have you ever had one? Have you used one?
The grease never gets hot.
It doesn't get hot.
Yeah, that's a great joke.
I'm not done yet.
He's just getting started. He's just getting
I'm
started.
gonna keep working it. So
Okay,
it's,
the
I'm
grease
just gonna
never
stay.
gets hot.
Yeah, the grease never gets hot.
We adjust our levels a little bit.
Neither
Adjust our
does
levels a
this
little bit.
Have you ever used an air fryer? It's got that tub on it. It's not a joke. I'm serious. The grease never
If I
gets
have
hot.
one rule, it's mute your cell phone.
Who was calling you, Lyndon?
That's my sister. Hi.
Oh, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay. Shout out to
Anyway, you guys fucked my joke up. I hate you guys. I'm quitting.
Lindsay.
No, I'm not doing it again.
Lindsay.
It's not. I'm not. Never again. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. The grease never gets hot. You get it, right? There's a tub. You pull it out. You put grease in it. You put it back in. It never gets hot. Like the thing blows for 30 minutes. It doesn't get hot. You can't fry anything in it. It's a good joke.
It'll get
It's a
there.
good
It'll
joke.
get there. It'll land. So I had a buddy of mine a long time ago, and speaking of, so
I'm gonna do it every podcast. I'm doing
So-
it every time.
Like the weight of my child support checks back in the day.
Matt, you got to think about the structure of a joke. Right?
you got it.
So
Yeah.
first of all, it's a common hot topic, right?
All right.
Everybody's
It's gotta be
an air
relevant.
fryer.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
relevant. Number two, it demonstrates an innocent idiocy that I don't know how to use the fucking thing, and then I think it's supposed to take grease, right? And then number three, it's funny.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
whenever your comedy career didn't launch,
What are you talking about? It launched like fucking. What are
It
you
was
talking
like
about?
wildfire. It was like wildfire.
You were there. You participated in
I
that.
don't see you on TV making lots of money. Maybe
That has nothing to do with comedy. That's because he's.
I didn't
messing
have an
around
air
coding.
fryer. I didn't have an air fryer back then, Matt.
he just means innocent. So I'm gonna take it from you now.
Jesus. This is
You're
it,
gonna
guys.
take my
Welcome
innocence?
to our show.
All right.
Welcome.
I
to
thought I
the
suspected
show.
as much when you showed up with that pink camo that you were gonna try to take my innocence.
He's like talking to my furry tail.
I mean, if I were to walk back all these steps he just said of a structured joke that he didn't have any.
Doesn't
of
matter.
that.
It doesn't.
What are you talking
It doesn't matter.
What are you talking
I will
about?
tell you. I will tell you. Speaking of jokes that don't land right, so a buddy of mine, long time ago, Dave Boyd, Dave, if you're out there, we love you. Tells me this joke.
I don't
And
even
so
know
you
you,
talk
David,
about you
but
talk
I
about
see
you
what
talk about relevance, and so at the time, it was like we were both younger, and we're kind of like in the dating scene, and the colognes are talking about we have pheromones in it.
Colognes?
Like the stuff you spray on yourself, or like the cologne.
Cologne.
Not the clones, like
It's-
yeah. So
pheromones in the
pheromones in the cologne. It's kind
Pheromones.
of like Sex Panther. Like 70% of the time, it works all the time.
What is
but-
Sex Panther?
See, Anchorman. That's a great joke.
I don't
from
even-
Anchorman. Anyway,
No.
Anyway, the long and short of it was, so he comes up to me. He's like, he looks at me and he's like, hey Jeremy, it's a joke. He's like, how do you make a pheromone? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you kick him in the tuts. And I tell you what, I could not get it.
That's not a funny joke.
And so what's so funny about it though is I didn't get it. I was like, hey, that's funny, Dave. That's funny. And then it was 24 hours later. We got out, got drunk, pass out, wake up next morning, and I woke up and I was like, kick him in the tuts. It's brilliant. And I called him up. I was like, Dave, that is the funniest fucking joke I've heard in weeks.
That's not Brett.
And he was like, and Dave was the best for that.
That's an old man joke. That's such an old man joke.
No,
Oh my God.
It took me 24 hours a day, but it made I finally got it. So
people are starting.
This show is like this is the worst. Like I
might be
can
the
tell.
it might be the worst, might be the best. We don't know yet.
Oh no way.
Did I tell you I'm wearing assless chaps? I'm joking, I'm not wearing assless chaps.
That's the only thing that'll bring it up.
Having a oil and gas event here now.
At five.
I've never invited. I just show up.
You just show up and say, "Hey, I'm with the press. I need a pass because I'm going to hold a microphone and talk."
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that little press thing in my hat, and then live. That'll be the thing. So.
You should get a press towel.
Oh,
because he's sweaty.
the press shaft.
I can't bring Hill around because it's just ball busting time.
So, I did like that. Somebody over here is like, they know what gaslighting means.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly why we did that.
It means that I'll
deceptive, like deceptively good. Like when you leave this, you're gonna feel a little dirty.
A lot dirty.
I'm so much smarter for having this.
Hey, first time I did a broadcast with that, I was showing somebody that video that we did in my backyard, and there's like somebody came up to me and said, just like, oh my God, your friend has alopecia. I was like,
yeah, I was gonna ask. I was gonna say real talk.
It's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, hey, we do all we can for the guy.
Put Matt's name in your mouth. Did you slap him for me?
Oh,
no. Do you have like
on the back? I said I just gave him a pat on the back. I was like, that's a funny.
I was about
joke landed.
I was about to say, real talk. What's with the missing eyebrows, Matt? What's with the missing eyebrows? Real talk.
You should tattoo that shit.
I should get.
You should do some really good
pencils,
like. You should
those eyebrow pencils. That'd be awesome.
Zero eyebrows.
You're the patch enough. You just get some like fucking snakes on you.
Like a tattoo.
So where like if you look really close, they're like, "What is that?" And then you get closer, you're like, "Oh shit."
I want to go.
Get out of here.
He's a wild man.
Get lost, Matt.
Love you guys.
Matt, hey, we joke around a lot. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all you do.
Man.
You do some good work out there. No, we do so. You do some good work out there. True.
Yeah.
True.
Potential.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
No, we love what you do. Keep it up. Thank you for helping us out, and hopefully we can do some more of the same.
I'm gonna keep sending you logos.
You know what we'll do like Google,
do.
and we'll just put the
Punisher,
latest
colors.
the latest Matt
we can like roll those at the end of the show, like all of Matt's recommendations.
Yep.
Which revolve around generic icons that you could get. Just you search oil and gas
stock photography.
Icons.
We'll just
yeah, that's what you're gonna get.
We'll just do it.
And then slap a little fire on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'll send you the one I did with it was like the Derek and the fire. Thanks, Abby.
Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Abby.
We're gonna.
All
right.
My Matt.
All around the world on the big old rigs with the welders and the trucks on the black gold rush and the diesel burning cat motors growling in the mud. You better hire him on. He's the roughest neck around. He got the power in his hands to pull the dragons from the ground. Yeah. Below or it's 98 above, and he's working through it all, cause baby, this is what he loves. Drives 150 miles, make sure his kids are doing fine, and he sees them when he can, but he's married to his iron. You better hire him on. He's the roughest neck around. He got the power in his hands. He's pulling dragons from the ground. Yeah. He's a good hand to have on, and he's throwing on the tongue, spinning chain and sliding high side all night long, and he's tripping in his pipe, and he torques it good and tight, and you gotta figure it, he's got his mud way dragons in his chest, yeah.